I like sports and that's it.
Yo, it's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Yo! What we on? Episode 8?
Man, we on episode 8. Episode 8.
Yeah. It's a new year. Happy New Year, Vel.
Man, happy new year. The year of 2023. Y'all, can y'all believe that? It's January of 2023.
Man.
Like, it's a new year for real, for real.
It's Jordan year.
Jordan year. Or a.k.a. LeBron year.
Oh,
Hello.
God.
But you know what? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy I made it. Man, 2022 flew by.
It did. Like, it's out of there.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up, it was January 1st, 2022. Then the next thing I woke back up, it was December 31st, 2020.
Right. You know. But we here and you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't heard us in a little bit since December. You know, what's up, Lyse? Like, what you been up to? How was your holiday?
Man, my holiday was litty.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I had a good time. Spent a lot of time with family, friends. Went outside for a little bit. Most importantly, went to that Mavs Lakers Christmas Day game with you, Belle.
Yeah. It was fun.
Got on your nerves because one of them boys.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't get on my nerves, you know. Like,
Man, she was a little soft.
I enjoyed the game, you know what I'm saying? It was a fun day. You know, we took some pics, but yeah, y'all definitely didn't get on my nerves. I mean, hey, we lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously I didn't want to lose. You know, I wanted to be, you know, watching LeBron and Russell Westbrook and all them live, you know, and I wanted to get that dub in Dallas. But you know what? It's okay.
Remember how the Grinch stole the Christmas Day game or whatever you had said? You don't remember that?
What did I say?
I don't know. We was on our way
Mm-hmm.
to the game, and you was just like, beat LeBron, beat the Grinch stole Christmas on Christmas Day or something.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, but guess what? We also saw Luka at the stoplight.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we saw Luka. I think he was going into the players' garage. We was at that light, and we was getting ready to park in the parking spot. And Dez, 3 rows, he was like, oh, I think that's Luka. And I happened to look up. I was like, that is Luka. And we were trying to get pictures and stuff, and it was a fail. It was an epic fail.
It didn't work because the thing is, we were sitting at that light for about at least 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, I felt that way.
And
yeah.
Luka was sitting at the light,
Same
and he was
light.
in his blue. Was it a Mustang?
It was like a Mustang. I think it was like a blue Shelby.
With the
old school.
with the fishbowl windows,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like you could see
See-through.
clearly who it was.
Yep.
But that was a cool thing that happened, you know, that day, Christmas Day. But that game was fun. So what else did you do?
And we also saw the unveiling of Dirk's statue.
Oh yeah,
you know, big goat, big 41.
True.
Big Ghostface Driller, big Switch 41, whatever you want to call him. Like that statue is amazing. You could tell they spent a lot of money on it, spent a lot of time on it to make that thing perfect. And I'm so glad they took them extra balls off that statue. Remember that first statue? It's him fading and had that ball.
Oh yeah, They took the extra off.
They took, yes,
Okay.
and much needed.
It makes sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense to do that.
Yeah, because that would have been hella ugly. So, thank you, Mark Cuban, for making those adjustments. But no, that Dirk statue is fire.
Yeah, it's
so
nice.
If you ever go visit the AAC, make sure you stop by Dirk's statue, pay homage, get you a picture, and then enjoy the game. Or Heroes, or wherever you're going over there.
Yeah, it was dope to see that statue up close, you know, up close and personal. Got a couple of pictures in front of it. Are you done talking about your holiday? I mean, was that all you did?
Oh, I mean, pretty much. Kicked it. New Year's Eve was lit. Kicked it with Cavell, or Velz. Brought in the new year together. It was fun with some friends. Got turned a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's all I did. I rested a lot. I had a 2-week vacation from work. Thank you, Jesus. God is good. Amen. So, no, I relaxed. I had fun. I kicked it. It took in some basketball. I can't complain. Now I'm back at work. I'm still not going to complain, but, you know,
Right.
How was your holiday?
My holiday was cool. Like you said, rested. Man, I made sure I got plenty of rest this break because I feel like I'm always on the go, always on the move. But definitely enjoyed the holiday with some homies and went on a little Christmas wine train.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
As a group with a group of our friends. And that night was pretty dope. And of course, Lisa already mentioned the Christmas Day game.
Yep.
Which was fun. We got a lot of picks and just kind of enjoyed the day, Christmas Day. That was my first Christmas Day game. Same. I had never gone to a Christmas Day game. I have been to an NFL Thanksgiving Day game.
That's lit.
Which went to the Cowboys, and I forgot who they were playing. I think they were playing either the Dolphins or the Lions. Somebody. They were playing somebody. It was back in 2011. Got to go to that game, so I can say that I've gone to a Christmas Day game and I've gone to a Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah.
As a sports fan, so that's pretty dope.
That's big, though.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't do that.
No. A lot of people don't get to experience that, and I'm glad I did. But like I said, the holiday was cool. Mm-hmm. Just real chill. Chill, real laid back. Kind of enjoyed some me time, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta get that in.
It was cool. We also, coaching and teaching at Sam Houston High School, we started our Christmas break, but we did have 2 more games after the break, had already started. And our girls, as y'all heard me before mention this team, our varsity girls are doing well. Just giving you guys an update. They are currently 15-8 on the season. And we are 3-2 in district. And then our boys, man, woo. Hey, say now. Hey,
man.
Our boys, the Texans, they're doing their thing this year as well. They are currently 19-6 on the season, and they are 3-0 in district.
Woo!
And here, in Texas, in this district, you have to win at least 6 games or more to go to the playoffs. But the magic number is 6, unless there's a tie, and of course you have to do the tie break and all that. But magic number is 6, so. Looks like the girls and the boys team are well on their way. We won't, speak it too soon, but, we are having a really good season on both sides.
That's good.
So I just wanted to shout them out real quick. But, now that we got our catch up and our holiday, catch up out the way, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into these
what y'all tune in to listen to.
Yes, ma'am.
Sports. So you want to start with Damar Hamlin?
Yeah, Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest on, last Monday, January 2nd, I believe. I didn't see it in real time. I saw the clips, the aftermath of it. But it looks like he went and made a tackle on T. Higgins. It looked like a clean hit. Does not look like T. Higgins did anything wrong. Right. Wasn't a dirty play on either side of the ball. He goes to tackle T. Higgins. He ends up falling, pops back up like normal, and then just passes out again. And I believe they was 9 minutes trying to do CPR on the fella.
Yeah, they tried to give him CPR for a while.
And pretty much his heart stopped on the football field. So he was, I guess, practically, deceased. He had to be resuscitated, I believe, twice.
Yes.
He was resuscitated on the field, and then I believe he was resuscitated again right before they got to the hospital in the ambulance. Don't quote me, but I remember hearing something like that. You saw the play as it happened live, or no?
I didn't see it in real time. I was cooking. I was doing something, and I'm a Twitter head, so I was on Twitter, and it was the game had just came on.
Right.
It was early in the game, and so I saw people talking about it. I was like, okay, well, let me go to the game. And at that time, they were continuing to show the replay. Of course, eventually, they stopped showing it on live television. But that was the first time I had ever seen anything like that. I mean, it's really the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's never happened
in the history of the NFL, right?
Right.
Someone, going into cardiac arrest on the field.
Right.
A lot of the NFL players present and before were shaken up because, just playing the sport and knowing how rough of a sport it is, seeing one of your NFL brothers go down on the field like that, it was very scary for a lot of people to see. A lot of prayers were sent up for Damar that night. But thank you, God, Damar got discharged coincidentally today, a week later. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
A week later. So discharged. He was on breathing tubes at the hospital.
Right.
I believe he was like 50% oxygen, and eventually like the tubes, they removed them and he was breathing on his own.
Good.
So
God
I mean,
is
God is good. So like it's just good to see him like bounce back from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it could have gone either way.
Facts.
And so we are happy.
Reality.
We happy to, just know that he's on his way home. Because I believe, was that a home game for Buffalo?
No, that was in Cincinnati.
Okay, so he has been in the hospital in Cincinnati since the incident happened.
Right.
And so he's finally able to fly back home today. And
That's good.
I know it just feels good to just,
be out that hospital.
What? Just
and to be alive.
Man, and just knowing that it could have went either way.
Yeah, that's scary.
So we are happy for you, Damar, and we want you to continue to, fight and get back healthy.
Right.
And so many people have shown him love. I believe he was raising money.
Yeah.
For a charity.
It was like it's a toy drive.
It was a toy drive. And I think previously it was like $2,500 or something.
Yeah, it was real low.
But I don't know where it ended at, but I know at one point it was at $5 million.
Yeah. I saw that like 5.5.
Yeah. So I mean, people just started showing love, and it was just an outpour of just Damar Hamlin strong, even across sports.
Yeah.
Hockey players were wearing Damar Hamlin shirts, basketball players. I saw some of the NFL coaches on the sideline with 3 on their jersey.
Oh, shoot.
I know when, I forgot what game it was, but they had highlighted the 3 on the field for Damar.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I will say this. Some people think that the love for Damar went too far, which is weird to me.
Because cloud chaser-ish.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. I don't feel that way,
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel that way. I mean, I can see where they would probably say that, but when you think about it, watching somebody, like you said, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, if you will. Seeing someone, fall out like that and having to be resuscitated, having to do CPR, that is scary. Yeah. Especially the kid is only 24. The 24-year-old child. He's not a child, he's a man, but you know what I'm saying? He's young man. Yeah. And the fact that was like a life or death situation, man, you would hope you would have that kind of support and outcry and stuff like that. And you know what's crazy? When we was talking about when Tua and when his concussions that he was having, and I said, okay, I remember I was just like, Tua could have died on that field, and had he died on that field, the NFL be shooken up. Yep. Well,
and we got even closer to it. It felt like. But again, like we said, we glad that he's good. Yes. Glad that you're back home, Hamlin. You know, speedy recovery, the road to continue to get better and get back to normal.
Back to normal, yeah. You don't got to rush back on that football field, man.
No, you definitely don't have to rush back. So speaking of Damar, I feel like the whole world was in an uproar over some tweets from Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
So again, that night, this accident happened. Damar went into cardiac arrest, and a lot of people were tweeting. It was a lot of tweets going out. It was a lot of information going around. And y'all's favorite, Skip Bayless, he hops on Twitter as he always does, and he, tweeted out a couple of tweets or a few tweets. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and read those tweets. This was his first tweet, mind you, and I quote: "I've seen so many horrific injuries suffered on football fields, yet have never seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, it's football. For these players, it was just different." Second tweet: "Not exactly sure what happened to Damar Hamlin. Players on both teams are shaken. Ambulance out on the field. CPR administered. Can't remember play being stopped for this length of time. Just said a prayer for him and his family." That was his second tweet. His third tweet goes on to say, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Now, that was a tweet that people had an issue with.
Right.
And then I'll finish it off, and then we can get into it. This was his last tweet. "Nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if that was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I pray for him and will continue to." All right. So, Lyse, you want to jump in on it? How did you feel about what Skip said? That specific tweet.
Yeah, the one about being irrelevant.
Yeah, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game.
Right. When I first initially read that tweet, I was pissed off at Skip. Because maybe I read it wrong. I did not like that tweet at all. I'm like, what is this guy saying? Like, this is, regard of human life. I mean, again, I know football is entertaining. We all love it, but these are actual people. This is not Madden. Okay, this is not video game players. These are real human beings playing this game. So it threw me. And then I read it a few more times because people was like, y'all not understanding context. Where's your context clues? I said, okay, well, let me go back. And so I read it a couple of times and I was like, okay, I see what he's saying. I don't think he meant it like that. It was the choice of words. Mm-hmm. Especially at that moment of time, like you're tweeting as this is happening, where you should have just kind of waited, gathered your thoughts, and then tweet. Because I think once you're going at real time with everything else, you're just saying a whole bunch of stuff. You're not really thinking about what you actually are saying. And I do still feel like Skip is wrong because even mentioning any of that stuff, you got to read the room. You just really got to read the room. Nobody at this point in time, at that given point in time, nobody cares about the playoffs. Nobody cares about anything besides, is this young man going to live or die? And I just feel like he was just out of turn. He's wrong. He could have kept it at prayers up for Damar, get well soon, something like that, and just kept it moving. Adding the extra, what was it? And I want to make sure I get it right. Talking about postponing the rest of the game, but how this late in the season, a game this man too is crucial to the regular season outcome. Like that, not necessary. I don't feel like that was necessary. It should just been he was good after the second tweet. He should have just left that alone at that. And that way you don't face his backlash and you're trying to backpedal and try to explain yourself. But what it said has already been said. What's done is done. How do you feel?
I honestly agree with everything you said. Like I do, to a point, like I see both sides. I really do. When I originally read this tweet, when I saw people, because before I saw the tweet, the actual tweet, I saw people, again, discussing it, talking about it. Mm-hmm. Why would Skip say that? Oh my gosh, here Skip go again. I'm like, okay, oh man, like what did he say now? So of course I went to go read it. And when I read it, I'm like, well, what was the issue? Like, what did he say? That was my honest reaction, y'all. Like, I kid you not. I was like, okay. And I read it a few times. I went to bed.
Yeah.
I went to sleep. I woke up and cause I knew that, Damar was still struggling. And so the subject was on my mind. Yeah. So of course I went back to the tweet and I read it. And then I finally just said something on social media myself. And I'll quote myself. And this is what I said. This was my response. I was like, as much as I can't stand Skip Bayless, other than him being a Cowboys fan, what he said was taken out of context. I bet none of y'all went to go even read the previous tweet. Y'all just want something to be mad at. The point of his tweet was Hamlin's health is far more important than football, which eventually will have to go on. Also, the NFL has never seen an injury like that on the field, which is more than an injury, because somebody checked me on that too. At this point of the season, with a game of this magnitude, how do you move on from here? He also mentioned that the game seems so irrelevant after the injury happened. He also said normally they'll say, hey, it's just football, but in this case, it was clearly different. Everything Skip tweeted about the game was legit, and I didn't take any offense to it. Before being so quick to anger, do your research. Honestly, we all know how Skip is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just feel like everybody was just quick to cancel him for that. Now, I will agree with you. Timing, maybe the timing was off. Maybe you shouldn't have said it in that moment, right? Maybe you shouldn't have said it in that moment. But what he actually said, I have no issue with, because that's a question that everybody was going to have. I believe somebody on ESPN tonight said it. The same thing. They just reworded it. Like, how do you move on from this? We know how important, obviously, the playoffs are.
Right.
Obviously, Hamlin's health is far more important for that, especially him fighting for his life.
Right.
Understandably so. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I really just feel like people were just on his case.
They were.
For saying that when it really wasn't, he didn't even say anything bad. He even ended the tweet like, how do you move on from this, which seems so irrelevant now. Like, the game is irrelevant because of Hamlin's, health. Like, how do you move on from this? It was a question I feel like that everybody had. I just think that he was just the one, of course, to say it when he did.
That's why punctuation matters. You have to put periods and commas because
he did.
No, he did not. That man had a run-on sentence.
He said, okay, did he? I see, but how, ?
Okay.
This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, ... Which suddenly seems so irrelevant, period.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You check me on that one.
I mean, I honestly, and I posted this on Facebook and it was a lot of feedback, and I appreciate everybody that jumped on the post to talk about it because I like to hear opinions from both sides. We can disagree without disrespecting each other, and no one disrespecting anybody on the post, but I heard everybody's opinions. Some people were saying he shouldn't have said it. Some people said, I agree with you, Velz.
Right.
Hey, he put the tweet out there, but I didn't have an issue with what he said. Okay, that's the point. Now, fast forward. Oh, and then let's not forget to mention Shannon didn't even show up to the show the next day.
Oh, yeah, he didn't.
Now, it had a lot to do with Hamlin because he was shaking up about that.
Yeah.
But I also felt like it had a lot to do with Skip's tweet.
Oh, yeah, because the next day, they kind of was going back and forth about it.
Exactly. And that was what I was going to come up to. When Skip didn't let Shannon finish how he felt, that's what irritated me. It's just like, okay, Skip, you're already in hot water. Yeah. I just took up for your butt, and I don't even like you.
Right.
And then here you go, like almost like proving everybody right.
Right.
Like, see, I told you. Yeah. It's just how Skip is. Yeah. Like, it's just like you have to know when to say when. Mm-hmm. Let the man finish what he had to say. Chill. Yeah. Chill.
He was defensive. He was like, I thought we wasn't gonna talk about that. Bro, shut up.
Which he did say, but they may have discussed that before they came on the show. Like, hey, we're not gonna bring it up.
Yeah, but you wouldn't let him get his thought out. Like he wasn't. Well, I can't put words in the man's mouth, but from what I was thinking, what Shannon was trying to say was like, because of Skip's tweet, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm about to finish on what I was.
But he didn't allow him to finish. He didn't
allow him to finish.
And he did upset me with that. I'm like, okay. He disappointed me with that. I'm like, okay, Skip, you can't just go from having one of the most controversial tweets of 23 so far.
Right.
To then, trying to defend yourself, and then you cut Shannon off when he was trying to explain how he felt. It just wasn't, that to me was not a good look because it made him, I don't know. It just made him look bad. But either way, he said what he said. Yep. He's human. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes we are very hard on people, even though, if they have a reputation, mm-hmm. I feel like we're harder on them. Like, okay, we all know that Skip can be who he is. Yeah. So since it is him, I'm going to go harder. I'm going to come at you harder now.
Yeah.
And I've done that before with Skip. Trust. On Twitter fingers.
You done tweeted him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I done tagged him and everything.
I know that's right.
But in this case, honestly, I really didn't, I didn't see the issue with what he said. It was just the timing of it.
Yeah. Just to kind of regurgitate what I already said. After reading it again, I understood what he was trying to say. It was, like you said, it was timing. It was somewhat unnecessary. Just throw your prayers up and keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Just to keep everybody happy, I guess.
All right. So now, somebody who has, a team who has frustrated us.
Man. And don't even play that song. I don't even want to hear that song.
As of recent, man, our beloved Dallas Cowboys.
Man.
What's going on with them, Lyse? What we gonna do with this team, Lyse?
Man, say, man. What I saw yesterday was a travesty. It was terrible, hot garbage, trash. Throw it off the field. I don't. Okay. The Cowboys disappointed me bad yesterday.
Real bad.
But for real, they really did. We've had this conversation. You know, we play downside competition. That's exactly what we did yesterday. We showed no sense of urgency. We showed no sense of pride. We showed no sense of, hey, the playoffs will start next week. We showed none of that. Terrible game from Dak. You know what? I'm tired of defending Dak Prescott. You know, I be trying to defend this dude. I'm like, nah, yeah. Dak, the ice is getting a little thin with me and you. It's getting a little thin. Now you're good for at least 1 pick six a game. Hello? You're leading the league in interceptions and you missed 5 games. Hello? This does not look like a team that's ready to go into Tampa Bay and play a Brady Bunch. This does not look like a team that's on the road to the Super Bowl. This does not look like a team that wants to win. This does not look like a hungry team. The team ain't looked hungry all December. Let's just be honest. They just been finding ways to win. Cowboys. And this is why I didn't want to invest my heart and my soul this season, because I just knew something was bound to happen. And before I got my hopes all up, I had to check myself at the door. I said, Shalice, you know this team. You know what they do. They do this every year. They build you up for the great letdown. It's like riding a Titan at Six Flags. I can't take it. And that's why I'm not even allowing my heart to get involved. Because if they go in there and they win on next Monday night, I'll be happy. But if they go in there and lose, I'm like, oh, you know what? I saw that coming. I don't know what it is. Why we don't. I don't know what honestly, I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to let you say what you got to say, Vil. What happened yesterday? What was that? Because it wasn't Cowboy football. It looked like a Pop Warner team out there. Somebody just learning how to play football. It don't look like somebody that. See, the thing is that pisses me off about this. Now we can't control. At this point in time in the season, we couldn't control our destiny, but we at least could have had a good showing. It was factors that played in for the Cowboys to get the East and also the number 1 seed. Of course, Eagles had to lose and the Niners had to lose. Neither one of them lost. So we couldn't control that. So I was hoping for the East and I was hoping for a number 1 seed. But the thing is, that part of it, I really didn't care. It's how we played. It's what we look like on that field. I don't know. I don't know. I'm stressed. I don't know.
It was how we lost yesterday. We just looked bad.
Real bad.
We looked real bad. It was very frustrating to watch. All we had to do was take care of business against the Washington Commanders, and we couldn't even do that. That team yesterday looked like a 0-15 team.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It looked bad.
Right. Now,
our defense wasn't playing too bad.
Oh, defense was straight. It's that offense and that special teams. It looked like defense came to Washington. Yeah. They left the offensive side of the ball and special teams in Dallas. they had to start.
No, seriously. And like I told you before, I don't have much to say to them. I wasn't even supposed to be rooting for them this year. But those are my boys, right?
Right.
So, of course, I put my pride to the side. I rooted for my boys this year. We had a great season, surprisingly. But here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, Cowboys. And it's just like, I couldn't even say nothing to all the slander on social media.
Take that.
I had to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Cowboys still suck. Like, a lot of people said that.
Right.
A lot of people could not wait to laugh at our pain after that game.
But you know one thing, Vils? To those people, I'll ask them who their team is. And ask them if they making it into the playoffs. That's always my answer for everything, too. I'm like, well, your team not even up for contention, so shut up. Shut up.
A lot of them are not.
Yeah, man, stop.
But you know how it is in the sports world.
I know. They always want to see the Cowboys.
You have the team that you hate. Yeah. And you want to see them go down, and they definitely want to see the Cowboys go down.
Right.
I even saw a clip from First Take. Stephen A. Smith was acting like Pinky from Next Friday with
Day Day?
No, he was at what's dude's name played for us. Michael Irvin.
Oh, Michael Irvin. Oh, what
And he was like, shut up, say it again.
Shut up.
And he was, and Michael Irvin couldn't do nothing, but it was cute. It was funny.
Yeah.
You know, it was creative.
I mean,
I give him that.
You gotta take that.
But you gotta take that on the chin.
Yeah, you do.
You have to take that on the chin. So I mean, you know what? Going into Tampa Bay next Monday, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna cheer. I'm not gonna look. I make now. Okay, I make clap.
You gonna cheer.
I make clap,
and you gonna holler, and you gonna scream, because we gonna holler. We just ain't gonna have no party. Ain't no player parties in this bit now.
No,
ain't no more player parties.
No, because
make it to the second round. We'll talk about it.
They have not earned that yet.
Hell no. I'm still hurt from last year.
What?
Balloon arches and shit.
Man. Ask Lyse. I even tried to change my jersey yesterday to make something happen.
She did.
To make something shake.
She did change that jersey.
I changed my jersey mid-third quarter. Nothing happened.
I was like, did you change the jersey? And she just started laughing.
So like I said,
yeah.
Going into next week, my hopes are not high. No. They're not high. You know, you have to show me.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the talk. It's time to put up or shut up.
Okay.
Dallas.
Call them out, Velz.
I'm so sick. Like, it's time to put up or shut up.
Yeah.
And you won't make me look like no fool next week. I told you, I'm look, straight to the point. Yeah. I don't have time to play with the Cowboys. You're not about to play with my emotions, bro.
Play on my money like play on my emotions.
You're not about to play with my emotions. So again, I'm going into next week. I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna watch the game. I may cheer a little bit here and there, but hey, if we win, I will be happy if we win.
Oh yeah, facts.
Because finally we won a playoff game in the first round. We're moving on to the second. I will be excited.
Oh yeah, facts.
But until then, you got to prove it to me.
Right.
And I'm done with that.
And we definitely gonna watch that game though.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna watch. We definitely gonna watch.
We just upset right now.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm through with them.
Man, so as y'all know, week 18 has concluded, and it is time for the road to the Super Bowl, like what I like to call it, is playoff season. Every team is starting at 0-0. None of the regular season matters. It's what happens now, starting on Saturday. And just to give a little rundown of who's all in the playoffs, we got Baltimore against Cincinnati. Shout out to our guy Dev over there at the My Thoughts, My Opinion Sports Podcast.
My thoughts.
We see you. Make sure y'all go check him out. My Thoughts, My Opinion Sports Podcast. We got Miami and Buffalo going head to head. We got the Chargers against the Jaguars. They snuck up in there, didn't they? They going head to head. When Kansas City is definitely on. They got that first round bye. On the other side, in the NFC, we got the Giants against the Vikings. Then we got Seattle against the 49ers. And then we got the Dallas Cowboys against the Bucks. And the Eagles are on a first round bye. All right, Velz. Give me your predictions of that first round.
First round?
Yeah.
Okay, so AFC, right?
AFC first.
Ooh, I'm going Cincinnati. No Lamar.
Yeah.
You know, he's out. I believe he's still going to be out. So I'm going with Cincinnati off top. I'm rolling with Joe Burrow on that one.
Okay.
Miami, Buffalo. Of course. Buffalo.
Right.
Buffalo.
Yes.
That Chargers and Jaguars game, that's going to be a tough one right there. I really do feel like that game will probably be competitive.
Yeah.
It'll be close. If I had to choose a team, I'm probably just go ahead and roll with the Jags. I'm not gonna lie. They're streaking right now.
Sunshine.
They're playing in a level that they should be. Like, they're getting better.
They peaking worse. At the right time.
They're peaking at the right time. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't think of it. So I'm going with the Jaguars on that one. And in NFC, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Minnesota Vikings over the Giants. The Giants are sorry. Nothing has changed about them. So we just gonna roll with Minnesota.
The little Giants.
Right. And then San Francisco, Seattle. I kind of feel like that could possibly be an upset with Seattle beating San Francisco.
You taking Seattle for the upset?
I was taking them. I said I feel like it could be an upset.
It could be.
Okay. But just, to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and pick San Francisco to win that one. And when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
who you going with?
I'm rolling with the Cowboys. You like, who you thought I was going to pick? Come on now, y'all. We them boys now. Come on now. You see how they play with your head?
I know, right.
Hey, we
My
them
mind
boys.
playing tricks on.
I'm going with Dallas. I feel like they're going to wake up next Monday. I feel like they're going to play probably one of their best games of the season.
Yep.
You know, like I said before in the rant, like I'm not going in with high expectations, but I do expect them to take care of business. I really do. And that's from the bottom of my heart. Tampa Bay has not played well all season. Now, it is still Tom Brady. He is still great, or can be, but they have not played well this season. I believe we have a better record than they do. I really feel like we're the better team all around.
We are the better team, but they got the better quarterback.
Of course. Yeah. If you're comparing quarterbacks, yes, Tom Brady is
even
better
at
than Dak.
75, that man can still throw that football.
He's better than Dak, but I feel like we have the better team, and I feel like we will prevail over Tampa Bay, and which will put us up against the Eagles in the second round.
Yes.
And you know how big that game will be?
Oh, that's going to be sickening.
Oh, my gosh.
That's going to be sickening.
That game will be huge.
NFL, I'm going to say it right now. If you want your ratings to go through the roof, call a referee committee and sway the game the Cowboys' way. Because that next round going to be dumb. It's going to be stupid. And I know y'all like that kind of stuff. And, you know, the NFL rigged anyway. But I ain't going to go there.
Gonna be dumb.
It's gonna be dumb. That second round gonna be stupid. No need for me to go through my first round because I'm picking all the same teams as Velz. Second round.
Hey, hold on. Sorry to our boy. My thoughts, my opinions, but
yeah.
We don't see Baltimore getting out of the first round.
Yeah, my guy. Sorry.
Sorry.
But he knows it. He knows it. You know that, right? Y'all know y'all not coming out that first round.
Yeah.
And I know you're gonna probably get on our ass tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah, you know y'all ain't coming out that round. But we love you though. But second round, who you got?
Oh, we going second round too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna play it out. Roll to the Super Bowl, baby.
Okay, so in the second round, ooh, this is when it gets tough.
So that would be Natty against Buffalo.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Buffalo over Cincinnati on that. You know what? Nope. I'm changing that. I'm going with Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Joe Cool.
I think they can do it because this time last year's when they kind of like peaked.
Yeah.
Once they got in the playoffs, they started playing really well. I like Joe Burrow as a quarterback. I think they beat Buffalo. And then when it comes to the Jaguars and Chiefs, of course the Chiefs. I'm not gonna pick against the Chiefs. So
now when you got a Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. So I got the Chiefs winning over Jaguars. Other side, I picked San Francisco
over Minnesota.
Over Seattle. So I'm gonna go San Francisco
over Minnesota.
Over Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when it comes to the Eagles Cowboys, again. Come on now, like what am I supposed to do in this situation? Like, who am I supposed to say? The Cowboys, man.
Right.
Like, I'm going with the Cowboys over the Eagles. Now, it will be a barn burner. Like, it's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be a tough game. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be one of the biggest games of the year. If this happens, it's gonna be one of the biggest games of the year.
That's crazy because that's like an NFC championship game. That should not be a second round game.
I know. Which makes it so exciting. And so now here we are. You got the Chiefs and the Bengals, and then you got the Cowboys and the Niners. Woo.
Meeting up in the champion.
Yeah, pretty much the Final Four of the NFL football playoffs. And of course, I gotta go with the Chiefs. Again, I just feel like they just play consistent football.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes is consistently good. He was on my fantasy team. We'll talk about that later. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he got me a lot of points this year. So I got the Chiefs going on to the bowl. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to the Cowboys and the Niners, come on, y'all. You know I'm going with the boys. I'm going with, I don't care. Like, look. If I'm going to pick anybody, it's going to be them.
Right. No, I feel it.
If I'm going to pick anybody, it's going to be them. I'm rolling with the boys. They're going to the Super Bowl, and they will be playing up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's where it will get real at for us as Cowboys fans.
Who's winning?
Oh man, Lyse, you put me on the spot right now.
I'm just
For real,
saying.
this is tough to do. Like, okay.
Hey, man. We got to get
But this is fun. Kansas City Chiefs, Cowboys. Ooh, man. Oh, man. If we're playing as good football going into the Super Bowl game and it looks convincing, I'm going with the boys. Woo! 2023 Super Bowl champs.
Ooh, to the bowl, y'all.
But they have to convince me. Like, make it look good.
Right.
Boys over the Chiefs, man.
Yikes.
All right, go ahead, Lyse, go ahead.
All right. So we picked the same on the first round. So second round, honestly, I got the Bills over Natty, man. I got the Bills over the Bengals. I think all the emotion. I think because of the Damar Hamlin and all of that, it's a lot to play for. They playing with that extra
You are right about that.
So I think they're going to go ahead and take care of business and take care of the Bengals. Now, I love the Bengals, though. I told you, Bengals is like my second team under the Cowboys. I like what them guys is doing over there in Cincinnati. I like Burrow. I like Higgins. I like Jamar Chase. I like Boyd. I like all them guys. So, and they from LSU. So, Bills over the Bengals. Chiefs are going to demolish the Jaguars. I almost feel kind of bad for those guys. That they're going to have to play them unless, the Chargers win. But I kind of am with you on that. Jacksonville is peaking, so I do believe they'll beat the Chargers, but Chiefs is a different animal, baby. I don't think y'all gonna get through that. I do have the Niners over Minnesota. Minnesota, they're a decent team. I just think the 49ers got a lot more. Even though they're down to their third quarterback. What's his name?
I said he's playing well. It starts with a P.
Damn it. And I had picked him up too on my fantasy team. Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Yep.
So, and he's been balling out. So, I think because there's not a lot of film on him, people really don't know what he can or cannot do. He's developing film as he goes, but y'all in the playoffs now, so y'all better get on the film. But, yeah, I got 49ers over Minnesota. Because I'm a Cowboy fan. And because Jalen Hurts is still hurt. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look good in that Philly game. But he does get a little extra rest.
Yeah, he get a week's rest.
So, I'm still going to ride with the Cowboys. Duh. In that AFC Championship, I got Buffalo beating the Chiefs again, just because they're riding off that emotion.
Okay.
We looking for revenge. I got Cowboys over 49ers.
All 2023.
Yes. And we will have a remake of Super Bowl 93 against the Cowboys and Bills. And I think if we rolling like we need to, Cowboys going to get that chip. Cowboys going to be your Super Bowl champions. And you ain't going to look. And if they win this Super Bowl, I'm sorry, y'all can't say nothing to me for at least not till next Super Bowl. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be talking all my ish, getting on everybody. Don't let the Cowboys. The worst thing y'all could possibly do is let these Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now. But yes, I do got Cowboys beating the Buffalo Bills in Arizona in the Super Bowl. The Diggs brothers battling it out.
Ooh, that would be
It's
nice.
in the make it like this is like a storybook thing here.
It really is.
Come on, set it up. Set it up, Roger Goodell. I know you can do it.
If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year, it was worth watching them play as bad as they did last night.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'll take it.
If it took that to wake them up and they win the bowl, it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll sit through that hard garbage again.
Yeah.
If they was to win
I would do it all over again if I had to.
Ooh, it was tough.
It was tough to sit through, but
yeah.
I'd do it. Well, there you have it. Those are our predictions. We will see where it goes. It starts next week.
Yeah, it does.
It starts next week. Actually, this weekend, right?
This weekend, Saturday.
Yeah. It starts Saturday and Sunday and then Monday. We play Monday night. Cowboys, Bucks. So, hey, the last time we played the Bucks on a Monday night, right? We only lost by 1 point. Yeah. I don't think we play too bad on Monday nights.
Yeah, but I hope we get in the dub column.
Obviously.
Right.
Obviously, I know. I'm just saying it was a good game between Dak and Brady.
Yeah, it was.
Now, the first game of the season, not so much. But again, like I said, I think we play well on Monday nights. I think we'll be ready. I really do. All right. So here we are. Let's talk a little college football real quick.
Yeah, because the college football championship was tonight. TCU against them Georgia Bulldogs.
Yep. Last weekend, TCU had actually beat Michigan 51-45 to make it to the championship game. So we want to congratulate them for at least making it.
Yeah, let's shout out TCU.
You know, at least making it to the championship game.
Let's go.
But as I look at this score,
Yeah.
it's not looking so good for TCU. Actually, it's done. The game's over.
It's a
At
wrap.
this point, we do have the game on in the background, and TCU got they got slaughtered.
Yeah, say it. They got slaughtered.
They got beat bad.
Got bent over and spanked.
Hometown team. They got whipped.
Yeah.
They got
Switched.
They
Tortured.
Georgia told them, hey, go find a switch off that tree outside real quick.
And bend over.
Get a real good switch.
Right.
Let me show you something.
And they came back with that thin one. And I don't know why you come back with that thin one, because that thin one hurt.
Man.
And the way this game looked, oh, it hurt.
Yeah, it definitely hurt. The final score of the game, guys, was 65-7.
No. Was
You
it
weren't
really?
looking at the score?
I was looking at the score. At one point, it was like 45. It jumped up to 67.
65-7. They almost beat them by 60 points.
TCU.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? We're not gonna rag on.
There's some sad TCU fans out there.
I
was rooting for them.
I was rooting for them too. It's not my team like that, but they from the hometown area, so
Yes.
you're gonna ride with that. Damn, TCU.
65-7.
7.
It was a blowout. They were comfortable the entire game. I would have been celebrating already.
Yeah, I
Like,
was celebrating when I got to 45.
Yeah, we good. This game's in the bag.
And then it continued to score. I don't mind that either. Hey, if you can't stop me, yeah, I'm gonna keep running up the points on you.
So TCU ends their season tonight with a 13-2 record.
They had a good season.
They had a really good season.
They have never been to the college championships before. So
No.
at the end of the day, TCU did a really good job this season. Just, you know what to prepare for next season. Georgia, I mean, it's just one of those schools.
Back-to-back champ.
Alabama's, Georgia's, all those schools, that's what they do. Like, they win.
Yeah.
And TCU just got to buckle up, get some recruits in there, keep that coaching staff in order. Y'all be back. Just build off of this season. I'm not disappointing you guys. Honestly, they didn't even see y'all making it. So I'm just excited that y'all there. Y'all getting this national exposure. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm cool with it, man. Great season. Congratulations, Georgia.
Yep, congrats, Georgia. Georgia Bulldogs. I think that the buzz will still be high next year, coming back into the college football season.
They'll definitely come back ranked.
Yeah, they'll be ranked, and I think the buzz will be high. We had a player or two from Sam Houston
Oh, that's what's up.
go to TCU on a full ride scholarship to play football, tight end.
That's what's up.
So, I'm definitely going to be watching. Hey, you win some, you lose some.
But you live. You live to fight another day. Shout out to Pops and
Right. So, that's it. That's all we're going to talk about on the football. We're going to go ahead and move on to the NBA.
Drop that beat.
Yes, sir. The NBA. Hey, it's a lot going on in the world of the NBA. As always, though.
Yeah,
always
it's been
something going on in the NBA.
it's been crazy these last few weeks though. Real talk.
No, it really has been. It's been crazy. It's been bananas. I really don't even know where you want to start. Do you want me?
Go on, get into your Lakers. God dog. Go on, get into these whack ass Lakers. Shit.
Well, we just gonna start here, okay?
She burning be talking about these Lakers, boy. The Lakers win one game.
We just talking about it.
Lakers win one game.
You funny. So, your boy Brian
God, yo boy.
actually just had a birthday, December 30th. Turned 38 years old, and the man is playing like he's 28 years old. I mean, he's just a great player. He really is. Like, he's just a great player. Even if I rooted against LeBron, like, I would not be able to hate on this man, because just the things that he's done on the basketball court, year 20, and still doing at a high level, it's crazy to watch. It's crazy to witness. LeBron, as y'all know, is on pace to pass Kareem this season. He's currently 422 points away. So I'm looking around. Maybe he'll probably pass Kareem about February 7th, 8th, or 11th. I'm calling those 3 dates. He did not play tonight. They're playing the Nuggets tonight. But over the last 10 to 15 games, he's averaging 30. Y'all know I got to get into the stats, right?
Into the stats.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't, okay? These are some of LeBron's stats. 35, 5 and 5, 33, 9 and 9, 39 and 4, 33, 7 and 9, 31, 6 and 11, 34, 2 and 8, 38, 6 and 5, 28, 7 and 5, 27, 9 and 6, 47, 10 and 9, 43, 11 and 6. And I believe the 47, 10 and 9 game was on his 38th birthday. And then, of course, last game they played the Kings, which they played them on Saturday night. He had 37. He had 7 assists and 8 rebounds. I mean, LeBron. Like, stop. No, don't stop. But, like, why do you continue? Like, my mind cannot fathom how this man is continuing to find ways to score. And it's crazy because he slowed down.
Oh, yeah.
He slowed down, but his numbers are
through the roof.
Still there. And now, the last time, we recorded, I was talking about how well the Lakers were playing and AD was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Now, as y'all know, AD got hurt.
Street clothes.
At this point, he's been out since I forgot the day. It's like sometime in December, but it's been about a month since AD has been out. And they actually just came out and said that he's going to try to start ramping up once they get back to LA off of their road trip. So I'm excited about that. So he should be back in a couple of weeks. But the Lakers have been finding ways to win. They are currently on a 5-game winning streak. I believe that they are losing to the Nuggets right now. So the streak may end tonight, but 5 games, and one of those games was without LeBron and AD. They beat the Miami Heat without both of those too. I mean, they are finding ways to win. Russell Westbrook is doing his thing off the bench, man. So on the season, he's averaging 15, 6, and 8. Right. But he has had some amazing games. Thomas Bryant, he is coming into his own. Like, since AD's went down, it's like a blessing in disguise. Thomas Bryant has taken advantage of his opportunities. Let me just read some of his stats off. So he had 19 and 16 against Atlanta. He had 18 and 15 against Charlotte. He had 21 and 9 against Miami. And then he had 19 and 9 against Atlanta again. And then last night, this man had, against Sacramento, he had, and it was actually Saturday night, he had 29 and 14. Like, when you are getting production from your role players like that, that is what helps you win games. That is what helps you accomplish your goal. Okay. It can't just be AD Bron. It just can't be that.
Right.
But when the role players are playing well and your stars are playing well, or you have a star out and your role players are playing well and you got Bron, like, you have success. You have success. Now, LeBron didn't play tonight. Okay. Like I said, they were playing the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are number 1 in the West, and Joker is jokering. This man is good. He is the MVP back-to-back for a reason. Like, he is a good player. Mm-hmm. But I'm proud of the Lakers at where they are. They are currently, let's look at these standings, guys. They're a game and a half out of the 6th seed. Actually being in the playoffs, not having to play in the play-in. A game and a half. This team started off 2-10. There was no hope. Everybody had lost hope for them. It was over with.
Except for you, Cavell.
Except for me. Now, was it frustrating to watch? Of course. But honestly, like, they are playing some amazing basketball. Russell right now is projected to be 6th man of the year. Like, what? Come on, what is this? Like, Russ was just getting slandered last year, and he a little bit this year, but nobody has had nothing to say because he's been playing well this year. Mm-hmm. And to go from being slandered the year before to now possibly being 6th man of the year, like, they're playing. They're playing. They're not just playing with each other. They're playing for one another. And that's really just what I like to see. Just leave it all out on the floor. They're knocking down shots now. I don't know if y'all remember, they couldn't throw a ball. They couldn't hit a three to save their life.
Right.
They couldn't throw a ball in the ocean.
Right.
But now they're knocking down timely threes, and that's what it's going to take to win. So the West is wide open, man. I'm going to stop talking about them, but I will mention this. Bron is averaging 38 since turning 38. Y'all know how crazy that is? This man is averaging 38 points, and he's 38.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm
he
proud
chasing
of him.
stats. He padding them stats, trying to pass.
Nah, ain't no stat pad. We're trying to win games. It's not about stat padding. I hate when people say that.
Come on, man.
He's not stat padding.
But he's trying to.
You have to score. Like, you have to score to win games, Lyse.
Understood. But you know that he wants to pass Kareem.
Obviously, he's gonna do that. It's not that he wants to. He ain't. That wasn't even one of his goals that he set out to accomplish when he joined the NBA.
Well, no, but once you feel like you can attain that goal, you're gonna try to go after it.
Okay, Lyse, look, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you about that.
Come on,
I don't like when people say stat pattern because it's just like, okay, well, give me the ball so I can score.
I'm not saying that either. But I'm saying, in his mind, he wants to go out and at least score 30 plus points a game. Because how else are you gonna get to that? Past that, he can't
but he's doing it efficiently though.
LeBron's a great player.
It's not forced.
LeBron's a great player. I
know.
Okay, and he's a big dude. He gon' Kavir. How many assists is he getting?
How many assists is Bron averaging? This year he's averaging 7 assists.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's averaging 29, 8, and 7. Any more questions?
Okay.
He's doing it all across the board.
He is. But do you think is he not shooting more this season than he has before? In the previous?
No, he's been taking these same shots. The same shots. The same amount of shots. He's always been one of the stars on the team.
Right, of course.
So the star is going to take the most shots on the team. He's taking the same amount of shots.
Bron used to be real pass happy.
He used to be like pass happy, or he didn't?
Pass happy.
Yeah, because he enjoys passing the ball. He enjoys seeing his teammates succeed. He just knows how to pass the ball.
Right.
As we talked about last episode, he passed Magic on the all-time assist list.
Yes.
He just knows how to play.
Got
it. That's all it is. He's just a hooper. That's it.
So you honestly think there's not an inkling of padding stats going on?
No, I don't. I don't. I can tell when Bron is trying to pass it. Like, let's just say like they win in a game and he one assist or one rebound away from getting a triple double.
Right.
Like, I've seen it to where like he'll grab the board and then they'll take him out.
Yeah.
But right now they are playing desperate basketball. They are trying to win games. They are in the 11th seed in the West. It's not about padding stats.
Yeah.
It's about trying to win.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And he just so happened to be good at it. He just so
he's
happened
a winner.
to be good at scoring.
He's a winner.
It just is what it is. But like, okay, for instance, and look, and I said I was done, and you got me back. You got me back in my bag.
Yourself back. I just asked you a question.
And real quick, this is what I mean by like it just being a team effort, and because it's not just Bron, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Team effort. The game before tonight when they played the Kings, Bron had 37, of course. Thomas Bryant had 29. Dennis Schroeder had 27. Russ had 23 and 15. It's a group effort.
Yeah.
It's not just Bron. We just trying to win games.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's looking up.
Okay.
It's looking up. Okay, I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. That's probably the longest I've talked about the Lakers. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all don't like them.
Nah,
man. I'm going to go ahead and let Lyse dive in.
Out there.
It is.
My team is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm sure it's well documented. My guys been hooping. They've been on a little tear lately. So much so that we are now in the 4th seed. I remember last time we talked, my boys was sitting at like 10 or 11, and we was like 500. No, them boys are sitting at number 4, 23 and 18. Only 4.5 games back from the top spot. Called it early that the Mavericks will be number 3 when it's all said and done, and dang it, we are inching closer to that number. Mavericks have been looking really good, damn good, especially your boy Luka Doncic, Luka Magic, Luka the Don, whatever you want to call that man. I know y'all heard about that 60-point triple-double against the New York Knicks. The 60-point triple-double heard all over the world. 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. Sickening.
Facts.
Sickening numbers.
Facts.
Disgusting. Throw up all over it. 23 years old, man. Check this out. He's not even in his prime. Scary hours, Velz. Remember you said scary? No, though, that's real scary. That's Are You Afraid of the Dark scary. Boogeyman, Candyman. The Mavericks were on a 7-game win streak?
Yeah, they were winning games.
Got snapped. I can't remember who snapped that win streak. Was it Boston? We had lost.
Was it the Knicks?
No, we beat the Knicks.
I forgot who snapped.
I forgot who snapped it, but somebody snapped our win streak. But it's good. But see, here's the thing: I'm not worried about anything because I had to remember what happened last year. This is when we started to peak. We started peaking in January. So this is around this time of year is when the Mavericks gel and start running off with this thing. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to watch and I'm going to enjoy and I'm going to continue to go to Mavericks games because they turned up. We're learning how to play together. I think Jason Kidd, and I gave Kidd a hard time. I think he's getting better with his lineups. He's finally put Christian Wood in the starting lineup, and it's been paying off heavily. Thank you, Jason Kidd, for finally doing that. Christian Wood's been putting up crazy numbers, man. He's scoring like one game he had 29, another game he had 27, 25. Like, this is what he's capable of doing. He can give you that pretty much every night. THJ, that's Tim Hardaway Jr., he's been on a tear. And you know he's streaky as hell. But he's been putting up like 25, 22, 18, 27. That three ball is falling for him. We have succumbed to injuries. We have lost Dorian Finney-Smith, which is our 3-and-D guy. You really never know how much you need some of these players until they're not playing. I like Dorian Finney. Dodo's, affectionately called. Who else has been tearing it? Oh, we lost Josh Green. I feel like he was on his way. I think he was getting ready to peak. Like I've been saying, he's been putting in that work in the offseason. It's starting to show during the season, during the games, but he's some kind of injury. Both guys should be starting to make their way back into the lineup soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm sure it's before the All-Star break. Who else has been on a tear? Hey, my guy, Jaden Hardy. I told y'all to be looking out for Jaden Hardy.
You did.
Jaden Hardy is cutting it up. He scored like 15 points in like 2 minutes one game. Even though it was garbage time, that boy was still hooping. And he's made his way into some minutes. I said, look out for Jaden Hardy. I said, if it's not this season, not at the beginning of the season, it's going to be somewhere in the middle to the end. Or if not then, it's going to be next season. That man is well on his way. I'm telling you. What he reminds me of is Russell Westbrook back in Oklahoma City days. That's what that guy reminds me of. Because that boy can jump, he'll dunk on you, and he'll score. Like, the only thing is, he just needs to settle in. I think once he learns and allows the game to come to him, he's going to be that much of a dominant player. So keep your eyes on Jaden Hardy. Like I said, it may not happen this season, but it will happen. And that's all I got for my Dallas Mavs. Hey, we're doing what we need to do. We're taking care of business. Like I said, right now we're sitting at number 4. I still believe before it's all said and done, them Dallas Mavericks will be in the top 3 in the West. For sure.
Okay. And I rocks with the Mavericks.
Damn, we about to get a backhanded compliment. Go ahead.
No, but how close these standings are in the West, like, I can't lie and say that I'm not rooting for them to lose when they play. But it's not just them, obviously. It's everybody in the West, honestly. Right. Everybody in the West that's above the Lakers, I want y'all to lose.
Yeah, I got a long mountain to climb, though.
No. Did you not just see the standing, sweetheart?
I'm looking at it.
We're not trying to get to the 3rd and 4th. We don't need to get there.
Y'all just want to make the playoffs.
We're just trying to get in.
Right.
Like I said before, if the Lakers are healthy, y'all, I'm telling you, And don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't warn you. I really do believe that they can do something special. And you know what I would love?
What?
I would love for the Lakers to meet up with the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. I would love that. I would love that. Do you know how intense that would be?
Oh, that would be
us
lit.
watching those games.
Ooh.
Like that.
It remind me of the Miami Mavericks.
That
finals.
would be dope to watch. That would be a really good series. I would love for that to happen. But hey, it is what it is. It's January. We still got a little ways to go. Did we just kind of want to harp a little bit on the numbers?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right, so Lisa already mentioned it earlier. Luka had a crazy, mind-boggling, head-scratching, I can't believe he did that type game. And I forgot who was that against?
The Knicks.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Bronson. Yep, because Jalen Bronson was on the side and he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Nobody could.
Right. 60-point triple-double. 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists from Luka the Dime.
The Dime. Mr. MVP himself.
That man put on a show. And he's not quick. He's not fast. Now, I will say he is flashy. He does do some flashy things that I'm just like, woo, that boy Luka.
He got the Magic Johnson passes.
Hey, I told y'all who I was rooting for whenever LeBron retired. I told y'all that. I even knew Luka was going to be good before he even got to the Mavericks. But when the night he was traded to the Mavericks, because originally the Mavericks had drafted Trae Young. And, on that night, they traded Trae Young for Luka, which was a great decision. In hindsight, I mean, both teams got a good player, but Luka's different. Like, Luka is a generational player.
It's different.
I'm going to be rooting for this man whenever LeBron retires. Like, I'm rooting for him now, but he's just not the squad. Like, it's just not the squad that I'm rooting for currently. But I do want to see Luka succeed. But a 60-point triple-double?
Yeah.
You can't deny that. Like, that's just, like,
he's a generational talent, dude.
He is. He's definitely a generational talent. 23 years old.
Yeah. Like I said, that ain't prime yet.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to be averaging 80-point triple-doubles? What's going on, man?
Did you want to continue to chime in on the trip, Dub?
Nah, I mean, hey, I like the way you hyping it up. Keep going.
You funny. But he wasn't the only one that put up some historic numbers. I think about a week later, Donovan Mitchell over there in Cleveland, this man put up 71 points. Now, it took overtime to get it.
Yeah.
But it's still 71 points. It don't matter. It's 71.
That boy hit
71 points in a game. He had 71, 11, and 8. Yeah. Like, how, Sway? Like,
you ain't got the answers.
I've seen some of the most, like, I don't know. That's like probably the most scoring I've seen in a span of 2 weeks. Yeah. Between two individual players.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, of course, you got the people that want to be a killjoy. Oh, the defense in the NBA is trash these days. Ain't nobody playing defense. And to a point, I can agree.
They right.
But you're not just going to let somebody score 60 points. You're not just going to allow somebody to score 71.
Right.
I mean, they just know how to score.
Yeah.
Period.
Shoot.
It's the NBA. Like, these are professional basketball players. Professional. Yeah. They get paid to do this. Millions of dollars. Like, man, these players, they looking good.
It's different. It really is different. A lot of high scoring. Mm-hmm. Just not even the 71s and the 60s, dude.
Yes.
Some of these just putting up 50. I mean, Luka was on the span where he was just knocking down 50 like every game.
I don't say every game.
I'm not going to say every game, but it was like a game in between.
All right.
Stop it. He was like hitting 50 like two. Dude, he won like Western Conference Player of the Month and Week and all that kind of. Come on.
LeBron got it this week. Western Conference Player of the Week. So I know
how
it be. No, but you're mentioning like players are putting up these numbers like it's.
But why we gotta talk about LeBron though?
I don't know. It just came out. Because when you said that, it reminded me. Oh yeah, he did Western Conference Player of the Week this week. Okay, yeah, for the what? I think 90th time or something like that. I don't know, some crazy number. Anyway, go ahead.
See, I just bring up LeBron. Go ahead. Well, nobody talk about LeBron. But some way, LeBron makes his way into our conversation.
Talking about players putting up numbers, and Bron has been doing.
I'm about to say Jason Tatum.
Tatum too. All of them are putting up. Shoot, Lauri Markkanen, he had 47 the other night. Like, a lot of players are putting up numbers. Not just LeBron, y'all. My bad. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I be.
Take a shot every time Cavell says LeBron, please. Like the sports games. Nah, the way these players are scoring is crazy. Like I said, it ain't these 20-point, 30-point. These is like 45, 50, 60, all the way up to 70.
Yep.
I wonder, and this is not something we discussed, but I'm just putting it out there. You think anybody going to go for 80 this season?
I tweeted that. I said that. Actually, and I wish I would have known about it before we talked about it, but I said, like, with the way that these NBA players are scoring, like I said, someone should be passing that 81-point scoring mark
this
soon.
Season.
I don't know if I preface it as this season or...
Well, I'm just asking.
But soon. Now, because if you remember, I don't know if you remember, Devin Booker also scored 71, like, a few seasons back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was the closest to it. And then when Donovan scored that 71, I'm like, okay, now.
This might happen.
It could happen. Like, I really do believe that it could happen. Like, 71 points. He was only 10 points away.
Yeah.
Well, 11 points if he passes him.
Yeah.
10 points to tie it.
I'm going to jump out there. Luka going to do it.
Okay.
Luka going to put up 82 on them boys.
I
I don't know
wouldn't
which
be mad.
boys he going to do it on, but Luka going to drop 82 on one of y'all.
I would not be mad.
So, I'm just saying, hey, you about to go down in the history book, team. Whatever team it is.
Yeah.
We passing up that Kobe number. You hear me?
Ooh. So, well, hey, there you have it. That's our NBA talk. As y'all know, we could talk about the NBA all night.
Facts. But let's talk about
just talk about some what?
Some fun. Some fun.
Yeah, we can get into it. Let's go.
But still on the lines of the NBA.
Right, still on the lines.
So, you know, the All-Star game is approaching. Yep. All-Star weekend next month, February. I love All-Star weekend. My favorite is the dunk contest, of course. I also like the three-point shooting. But I'm starting to get off into the skills challenge. Yeah. I kind of like all of that stuff. So I always pay attention to All-Star weekend.
Same.
So it's going to be tight. But you wanted to kind of run through and pick our top 5 out of each conference.
That have been voted in so far.
Yeah, that has been voted.
Yeah, so these are just my top 5 from each conference that have been voted in. The list came out last week, I believe.
So do 5 front court, 5 guards, I guess. Is that, and then from each?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
So in my Western Conference front court, you already know LeBron James, number 1. Currently, he is leading in votes in both conferences. So, you know, that's my boy, and I think he's deserving, just the way he's playing. Looking at this list, I have to go with Jokic.
Yeah.
He's number 2 on the list. I mean, he's proven himself out there, man. That man is good. He can shoot. Well, he could just score, period. He can score down low. He can shoot. He can pass. Like, he almost averaging a triple-double this season. So I think Jokic at 2.
Mm-hmm.
This list gets pretty tough. Top 5. I'm gonna just go with AD. Although he's sitting out, he's hurt right now. AD was on a tear for about 3 weeks straight, averaging about 35. Had his game high score was 55 on that run. AD definitely is a top 5 in the front court. And then I won't harp on it any longer. I'll just go with Zion. He's been playing well this year. I really don't like the rest of them, but I'll say Lauri Markkanen. He's been making noise in Utah.
Yeah.
So that's my top 5 front court for the Western Conference. And then as far as the guards, I'm going to go ahead and go with that boy Luka. What he's done is my number 1. What he's done has been amazing. Obviously, we just talked about the 60-point triple-double. Got to give it to my boy Russ, man. The way he's been playing off the bench, coming into a new role, something he had to get used to. He definitely deserves to be an all-star this year. Ja. What up, Ja? Ja, you know the thing I love about the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant, like, not only are they winning games, but they talking noise doing it.
I love that. I love that.
They so petty. Like, I love it. But I like it a lot.
I know.
What I'm saying?
It makes for good games, though.
It definitely does. So I got Luka. I got Russ, Ja. Number 4, I'm going to go ahead and go with Shai Gilgeous. out of OKC. The Lone Ranger out there, he's superstar in OKC, holding it down. That man could get buckets. I've actually watched him play this year. He's just a bucket getter. He's a hooper. For my last one, I'm going to go ahead and go with that man, Steph, man.
Of course.
Steph, dog. Chef Curry, he's out with an injury right now, shoulder injury. He should be coming back soon, as a matter of fact. But Steph is just still doing amazing things, period. It's just Steph. Eastern Conference front court, I'm going to just go ahead and name these off. I'm not going to harp on them. So I got KD, Jason Tatum. I'm going to go ahead and go with Kyle Kuzma because he's been hooping in Washington, Joel Embiid, and Giannis. That's my 5 for the front court in the East. They deservedly so. And actually, KD just got hurt last night, so he's going to be out a month, but he's still an all-star. And then as far as guards, Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, of course, he's still doing this thing with Philly, Trae Young, and then last but not least, I'm going to go with DeMar. DeMar is still hooping in Chicago. They quietly winning games over there, and they was just talking about blowing it up.
Oh, shoot.
So they doing their thing in Chicago. They winning games that they supposed to win.
Right.
So, yeah, those are my top 5 for both conferences, front court and guard.
I'm not mad at your list. I wouldn't be mad at that all-star lineup.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with, and this is for the Western Conference, front court, LBJ, LeBron James.
Hey.
We got Jokic, the Joker. I'm going to ride with Zion at 3. I'm going to take Lauri Marketing at 4. And for my 5th, I give it to AD.
I was about to say.
I give it stop. It was a toss between AD and Paul George. I ain't going to count.
AD.
But I'm going to give it to AD. As far as that guards go, you know Luka, the Don.
Yep.
Stop playing with me. Steph, of course. Ja Morant. Was that the gritty?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? Then I'm going to give it to, for 3. No, that's 3. For 4, I'm going to give it to SGA. Okay. I respect him. And for my 5th, I'm a Lillard fan. Forever will be a Lillard fan. So he's going to be my 5B. Okay. But I'm going to give it to Devin Booker sitting at 5A. Okay. I can't deny D-Book, even though he's trying to make an enemy out of me by all this trash talking what he do with the Mavericks and Luka. But I do respect Devin Booker's game. So I got Devin Booker sitting there. In the Eastern Conference front court, of course, Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Of course, Giannis. Of course, Jason Tatum. At number 4, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. And for 5, even though homie be screwing me out in my fantasy, we're going to go with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, okay. Jimmy Buckets.
And as far as my guards go in the East, we got to roll with that boy Kyrie.
Of course.
We got to roll with that boy Donovan Mitchell because the man just put up 71 points. If that don't scream all-star, I don't know what. We got to roll with the boy James Harden because it's Harden. And he still be hooping and he still, y'all know James Harden.
Yep.
4, I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay. I'm not mad
that was different, huh?
It was different. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton. And for the 5, this is where it gets a little funny for me. It's between, and I'm going to do it like this. I have a 5A and a 5B. At 5A, I'm going to sit Trae Young there. Okay. Because I respect Trae Young. And then for my 5B, I got DeMar DeRozan.
All right.
Because we can't deny his talents either. So.
Yeah, well, those are our top 5 Western and Eastern Conference All-Stars for the front court and the guards. And like Lee said earlier, the game is next month. Or the weekend is next month, and I definitely enjoy watching All-Star Weekend. Like, I'll be watching a celebrity game and everything.
I try to catch the celebrity game, but for some reason I always miss it.
It's always Friday night.
Yeah.
So I always make sure I'm either at a restaurant watching it or I'm at the house watching it. Because I just be feeling like being in the house watching All-Star. I don't know why.
I like,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. I stay.
Celebrity game, skills challenge,
Have a little something and watching the game.
Dunk contest, like the game on Sunday. Yeah. Grand finale. Yeah. So, all right. Well, those are our votes. Or not votes, but those are our picks for top 5. Mm-hmm. We're going to go ahead and move on from that.
Yeah, man. So, and then we're going to wrap NBA after this. But the 2023 NBA Hall of Fame inductees. That's a gang load of them. We're not finna run through all of them. I just want us to each pick maybe 5 out of the list that who we think is deserving to be first ballot in the Naismith Smith Basketball Hall of Fame. Bill, you want to go first?
Yeah, mine's are going to be combined with coaches and players.
Facts.
So I'm definitely going to go with Dwayne Wade. I feel like he's the first ballot. I understand. And then next I'm going to go with Greg Popovich. We actually read a couple of facts about if a current coach or player is on the list, they can be nominated in if they're over 60 years old. And he's over 60 years old. So I'm going to go with Greg. Greg Pop. And then I see Becky Hammond on the list. Definitely got to put Becky in. I mean, what she's done with the game of basketball past 7-8 years. I mean, being an assistant coach on the Spurs bench and then now head coaching the 2022 WNBA champions, Las Vegas Aces.
Hey.
And then as a player, I mean, she was just cold as a player. And so she definitely is deserving. Kim Mulkey, I got to give it to Kim.
Yeah.
Player and coach. You know, she has done her thing. And then let's see, last but not least, Dirk.
You better put that man on there.
I'm reading the list. I was trying. I didn't get to write
It's
it down.
so disrespectful. He was last.
I didn't get to write it.
Say the best for last. Say the best for last. I get it.
First, honestly, I just didn't get to write it down. So I'm looking at the list, but definitely got to go with Dirk. Come on now, the 1 foot. Fade away. Come on. We gotta go with Dirk. We gotta go to Dirk. So I believe that's my top 5 right there. Who's your 5 in the Hall of Fame inductees nominations?
My top 5 again is just 5. Like it's more people that's deserving on this. We just ain't got the.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Dirk Nowitzki, Mr. Swish 41, the Ghostface Driller. Like stop playing. MVP. 1-time NBA champion, finals MVP, all-star, like, I don't know how many times at this point. Mm-hmm. Yes, Dirk. The one that got that statue at the AAC. That man.
First ballot.
I mean, he's going. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about
he's
that.
Going.
So, Dirk. You know what? Let's see. Okay, Dwayne Wade. I'm not a Dwayne Wade fan. I actually hate Dwayne Wade, but I respect Dwayne Wade. But I hate Dwayne Wade. But Dwayne Wade, you going in first ballot. Dude, honestly, I'm going to mess y'all up with this one. Joey Crawford, he's a referee.
Too. Yep, I didn't even see.
We got a shout out to Joey.
Yeah.
Joey going in that bad boy.
Yeah, he's deserving.
Yeah, he's going in there.
Doing that for a long time.
So that's actually my little asterisk one because I'm not putting him in my top 5. But he's going. I just wanted to make that known. Who else going? Okay, of course, Becky Hammond, Kim Mulkey. I see them going first ballot. Greg Popovich, of course. Yep. This is where it gets a little funny. I would love for Chauncey Billups to be first ballot. I think he had a hell of a career. Of course, leading that Detroit Pistons team that beat the Lakers in 2004, I want to say. He's a phenomenal point guard. I don't think he gets talked about enough. But yeah, Chauncey Billups, and then he went to Denver. They went on a nice little run, never kind of got to that mountaintop, but he's a leader of men for sure. So Chauncey Billups is getting his way into the Hall of Fame. And then I'm just going to throw one more at you, Tony Parker. Of course. How can we forget Tony Parker?
TP.
I hated him too.
Right.
Couldn't stand Tony Parker.
He was so good though.
Yeah, but he was like weird good. Like it was like a different good. It was just he wasn't flashy. He was just good, I guess. And I hate it.
It's just a basketball.
It just we just couldn't get past the Spurs at one point.
Spurs were tough.
Whew, them early 2000s was just
some good teams. Really great teams, actually.
Man. So that's who I got. Again, it's a lot more people on here like Paul Gasol. He'll probably make his way in there. Another Maverick, Michael Finley. I don't think he's gonna be a first ballot, but he will one day get into the Hall. But I see his name is up here.
We were supposed to be keeping this at 5.
Sorry, I got excited, got a little carried away.
She kept going, didn't she?
Well, I'm done. It's like I don't want to disrespect anybody on this list.
There's no disrespect to anybody on the list. It's just so many people.
It is.
We just tried to limit it to 5.
Just 5. But yes, my top 5. I'm not gonna go over it again. But Dirk will be in that bad boy. That's all.
Oh yeah, definitely. He number one for sure. He going in.
All right.
So now that we're done with that, we're getting closer to the end of the show.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted to touch on fantasy real quick. Starting with the NFL fantasy.
Well, yeah, so I talked a lot of noise, and I didn't make it. I made it to the playoffs, but I was one and done. Got booted up out there really quickly. But my dad won the Super Bowl, so I guess we'll clap it up for Lil Will. So he won the Super Bowl. So I guess the
two leagues, right?
In 2 leagues. He won the Super Bowl in 2 of his fantasy leagues, man. So I guess in a roundabout way, I won 2.
No, you.
Is that not how it works? It don't work like
didn't
that.
win. Your dad won, but
That's cool.
yeah.
So yeah, I made it to the playoffs and lost in the first round, but that's okay. We will be back next year. It's always next year.
Same as Lyse. I actually had a first round bye in the playoffs. My team was actually pretty decent NFL fantasy wise. This was my first year competing in NFL fantasy, and I must say it was fun. It was entertaining. I will be doing it again next NFL season. First round bye, then had a second round exit.
Sound like the Eagles.
Not go anywhere. But again, I won't stay on it long. Like I said, it was fun. Yeah. And like Liz just said, it's always next year because I'm going to come back prepared next year.
Mm-hmm. How your basketball going?
As far as NBA fantasy going, it's not going good at all. It's not going good, and that's the sport that I know. As I look at it right now, my record is 4-8. But it's a long NBA season, and I'm not really even sure when this fantasy league ends. But it's not looking good. 4-8. I am third in my division. So we just going to keep hope alive. Kevin Durant is on my fantasy team, and he just got injured last night and will be out a month. I've also lost James Harden this year. He was out over a month. Got him back, and then I lost KD. So that's kind of how my fantasy year is going in the NBA. What your team look like, Lyse?
Yeah, I'm sitting in number 3 in my division. We're on a 5. Well, my record is 5-7. We are battling injury, but I'm starting to get guys back, so it's looking up from here. I'm not worried. Again, we're gonna take care of business. I do see myself in the finals for this NBA fantasy league for sure. I haven't wavered, and I'm not gonna begin to waver now. I said what I said. I said what I said. We gonna be in the fantasy NBA finals, and hopefully, I get to go ahead and get that trophy or belt or whatever they give out when you win.
The money.
That too.
That's what's the most important.
That is, yes, the money. But also, I want a little trophy or something hang up so I can just show y'all and come over here like, yeah. But
nobody's going to care about that trophy, Lyse. But you.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
I understand.
That's fine.
I get it.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say.
So, yep, that's fantasy talk. So, we'll keep y'all updated on that. And before we end the show, last but not least.
Yeah, man. So, the last time we had recorded, we was sending up hope and prayers to Brittany Griner. So it looks like all of that worked because Brittany Griner has been released from the Russian prison that she was currently serving her 9-year sentence. They did the 1-for-1 prisoner swap with the arms dealer, Victor Boot. So, yeah, Brittany's home, man. BG's home. BG free.
BG is free, and we happy. Like I know I'm happy for her.
Me too.
Because I don't know what she went through over there.
Right.
And I know that she was glad to reunite with her friends and her family, just to be back on American soil, period.
Right.
Like, of course, she stopped in San Antonio so they could make sure she was right and, mentally and physically right. She actually cut her hair.
Yeah.
Because her locks, it was so cold in Russia that her locks were freezing up on her. And it was just too cold. And so she had to go ahead and let it go. She thought she was in there for the long haul.
Yeah, she did.
She thought that was it. And you can really tell that because she cut her hair.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, She home, man.
She home.
You could tell she was like, whenever the videos came out and the posts and all that, you could tell she was just like happy, excited. She was smiling.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't look all,
Yeah, crazy
or nothing. You know, she was excited to just finally be home. It was coming up on a year in February.
Yeah, that's
February
crazy.
next month.
Right.
It was actually coming up on a year, but we really excited that BG is home. BG is free, and she also said that she does plan on playing.
That's good.
This WNBA season. That's real good.
That's good.
Her first time touching the ball.
Yeah.
Out of prison, she dunked.
Wow.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm happy. You know, like I'm happy for her.
Yeah, she getting back, trying to get back to a sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
And now we are very ecstatic that she was free.
Definitely.
Everybody has their thoughts and opinions about that, and everybody's entitled to those. But on this podcast, we are Team BG, and however she got here, we're just glad she got here.
Yeah,
and that's all we're gonna say about that.
That's it.
All right,
that's it. I think that's the end of the show, Lee.
We're gonna wrap it.
We're going to go ahead and wrap it here.
For sure. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, listening to us. It's the new year. We already said 23 is up, so you know it's up. And we just had to come check in to wish everybody a happy new year and let y'all know that we are coming back with bigger and better shows. And we're going to just keep doing this thing. Just keep doing it.
Definitely. It's fun. Like Lisa said, it's up in 23. It's definitely up in 23, and that's all I got to say. Loc'd N Sports is back. Happy New Year.
Already. And we're going to go ahead and get out here just like this. It's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Peace.
I like sports, and that's it.